Welcome back to United Vision, your number one stop for all things Manchester United. Big transfer news today as Ruben Amorim sets his sights on a January move for a Puskas Award nominee. That's right, United could be bringing in Inter Milan star Federico Dimarco, and Amorim absolutely loves him. Before we dive into the full story, smash that subscribe button and join the United Vision family for daily Reds content. Manchester United eyeing January move for Puskas Award nominee. Amorim loves him. Manchester United are now lining up a move for a former Puskas Award nominee, with Ruben Amorim personally keen on the deal. Amorim lining up targets for the January transfer window. The 2-1 victory over Chelsea at the weekend will certainly have bought Amorim some time, but the Man United boss has stressed the importance of carrying the momentum into the next game against Sunderland on Saturday. Should United pick up victories against the Black Cats and Brentford in the following game, their Premier League standing will start to look a lot healthier. But after a slow start to the campaign, the manager has already started to identify potential January targets. After missing out on a central midfielder in the summer, it would make sense to look to improve in the engine room in the upcoming window, and the Red Devils are on red alert over a potential move for Atletico Madrid's Conor Gallagher. Not only that, but Man United are also looking to bolster their defensive options, according to a report from Il Napolista, which states they are now lining up a January move for Federico Dimarco, with Amorim personally very interested in a deal. The United boss has placed Dimarco high on his list of winter targets, given that the left-back would be an ideal fit in his system, while he also really likes the defender for his technical and shooting qualities. The Italian's shooting ability was perhaps best displayed in Inter Milan's clash with Frosinone, during which he scored a remarkable goal from distance, earning a nomination for the 2024 Puskas Award in the process. Revelation. Dimarco could be ideal for Amorim. Given that the Inter Milan defender has regularly played at both left-back and left midfield throughout his career to date, he could be an ideal fit in Amorim's system, which of course utilises wing-backs. The 27-year-old was also lauded by Paolo Cando, courtesy of his impressive performances in the 2022-23 season, with the Italian journalist saying, "Federico Dimarco has been the revelation of the season. He started at Inter as a backup and quickly became one of the ironclad starting 11 players." Having averaged a 7.38 SofaScore rating so far this season, the Italy international is ranked as the third best performing player in the Inter squad, and at 27 years old, he could now be entering his prime. Consequently, Dimarco could be exactly the type of signing needed to take Man United to the next level, and they should undoubtedly pursue a January move. So there you have it. Federico Dimarco could be on his way to Old Trafford, with Amorim personally pushing for the move. But what do you think, Reds? Is Dimarco the perfect fit for Amorim's system, or should United prioritise other positions in January? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe to United Vision for all the latest Manchester United transfer updates. Glory, glory, Man United. Meanwhile, in other news, today we're talking about a massive tactical shake-up that could save Ruben Amorim's job. And yes, it includes Kobbie Mainoo back in the starting 11. Before we break it all down, make sure you smash that subscribe button and join the United Vision family for daily Old Trafford updates. Kobbie Mainoo starts. Ruben Amorim would save Man United, job with simple formation change. Manchester United are going through another tricky period in the Premier League after a disappointing 2024/2025 campaign. Ruben Amorim's side spent plenty of money in the summer transfer window to help the Portuguese manager take them back in the right direction, but the 2025/2026 season hasn't started how they may have hoped. The pressure is on Amorim to turn things around, and so far in his United tenure, he's refused to change his formation and has stuck with underperforming players. A change of system might be the only way Amorim can get out of this situation, so GiveMeSport have taken a look at an alternative way United can line up. Take your pick between the sticks. Altay Bayindir and Senna Lamens are now competing for the number one spot after Andre Onana left the club. The goalkeeper situation matters very little in terms of why United are underperforming at the moment, and it's also difficult to decide who the better option is, considering they both have a lack of experience at this level. We're going for Bayindir after he started the derby against Manchester City. Switching to a back four, Maguire comes in. The biggest shift that could help transform United and potentially save Amorim's job would be switching to a back four. The back three system clearly isn't working, and it would allow United to get an extra body in the middle of the park. Patrick Dorgu and Noussair Mazraoui can line up as fullbacks, but still also provide width and get further forward like they would normally. Harry Maguire needs to come back into the starting 11. United missed his experience in the derby against Man City, and his leadership skills could help them get out of this situation. Defenders: Mazraoui, Maguire, Lenny Yoro and Patrick Dorgu. Midfield 3, Mainu in, Ugarte out for Manchester United. Amorim needs to find a way to get Kobbie Mainoo back into the starting lineup. He has composure and technical security in the middle of the park that no other midfielder has, and switching to a 4-3-3 formation could help get the best out of him. Alongside Casemiro and Bruno Fernandes, you have a mix of defensive protection in Casemiro, technical quality and ability to evade pressure in Mainoo, and a nice mix of both with Fernandes. Manuel Ugarte has struggled in the middle, especially when United try and play through the thirds, so he needs to be replaced in the midfield. Midfielders: Mainoo, Casemiro, Fernandes. The attacking trio should consisting of the three new signings: Benjamin Sesko, Brian Mbeumo and Mateus Cunha. Amad Diallo is unfortunate to miss out, but the versatility of Cunha and Mbeumo means he could easily slot into one of the roles, even if it means someone else replaces Sesko through the middle of attack. The issue hasn't really been the production of Sesko, Mbeumo and Cunha, but the fact that United have struggled to play through the thirds and get the ball to them. Forwards: Mbeumo, Sesko, Cunha. So there it is, a simple formation change, and Kobbie Mainoo back in the starting 11 could be the difference between Amorim surviving at Manchester United or facing the sack. But what do you think, Reds? Should he finally ditch the back three and go with a 4-3-3? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more daily United stories here on United Vision. Glory, glory, Man United. Meanwhile, in previous news, Fabrizio Romano has dropped a big hint on Ruben Amorim's future, and the pressure is sky high. Before we dive in, hit that subscribe button so you never miss a story from Old Trafford. Ruben Amorim's sack could be imminent as new Romano update reveals hint at INEOS verdict. Ruben Amorim is under immense pressure at Manchester United, and Fabrizio Romano's new update on his future has hinted that he is quickly losing support. Sunday was the latest of many terrible days for Amorim at Man United, with his side on the end of a humbling 3-0 defeat at the hands of arch-rivals Manchester City. A tight derby was expected, as Manchester United and Man City each had a rough start to the 2025/26 campaign. But Pep Guardiola's tactical approach exposed Amorim, who is the second favourite to be the next Premier League manager sacked, and helped his side earn a resounding victory, with United fortunate to avoid a more embarrassing deficit. Guardiola brought the game's standout Jeremy Doku central in an unfamiliar role to outnumber Man United's midfield, and this worked a treat as the flashy winger contributed assists for City's opening 2 goals. Erling Haaland, meanwhile, capitalised on United's shambolic loss of possession to score his second and his side's third in a dominant display. This game provided further evidence that Amorim's failing 3-4-3 system is not fit for purpose, as none of Man United's players look better in this formation than under Erik ten Hag, and they remain ineffective all across the pitch. Amorim's stubborn refusal to change his ways will prove to be his downfall at Manchester United, with the head coach still insisting post-match that his system is not the problem. He explained to Sky Sports, "There are a lot of things that you have no idea what happened during these months, but I accept that. When I want to change my philosophy, I will change. If not, you have to change the man. And we talk about that every game that we lose. I don't believe in that in the system or whatever, so I play my way, and I'm going to play my way until I want to change it. I understand how football is, and the results dictate the narrative. I see it that way. I know that is hard for people. The fans do not want to hear these things. I don't lie to myself. I see the record, and I accept any decision." Amorim also said that he will do everything to get Man United back on track, and always thinking about what is best for the club. But he may be running out of time. It seems that this is the case if Romano's comments are anything to go by. It hardly seems that Amorim has overwhelming backing. Romano avoided giving a clear answer when asked by Give Me Sport whether Man United still have 100% belief. He responded, "It's a difficult moment, of course, but Amorim wants to give his best for Man United. He's convinced that with time, he will sort things." Yes, we know that Amorim will continue to give his best, and as proven by his bullish but naive comments after the Manchester derby, he's convinced that with time, he will sort things, even if he and/or his system is not fit for purpose. But Romano's clear refusal to provide an update on Ineos's stance on Amorim says a lot as pressure mounts, and it will not be overly surprising if they decide to cut their losses when they lose to Chelsea next weekend. That's the latest on Amorim's future at Manchester United as the pressure hits boiling point. But what do you think, Reds? Should Ineos stick with him, or is it already time to move on? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to United Vision for daily United updates. Glory, glory Man United. Meanwhile, in previous news, the buzz at Carrington is electric, with key players returning, Amorim's drills ramping up, and even a surprise boost on Matthias Cunha's recovery. Stick with me as we dive into today's training update. And before we get started, smash that subscribe button and join the family so you never miss a beat from Old Trafford. The buzz at Carrington crackled with readiness and quiet urgency. Despite several first-team stars being away on international duty, a core of returning players assembled in a compact, focused atmosphere. Those absent, from veterans like Bruno Fernandes and Dalot to internationals such as Onana and Ugarte, left gaps, but the squad that reported back brought a clear message. Manchester United are sharpening themselves for the road ahead. Leading the way were Harry Maguire, Luke Shaw and Lenny Yoro, defensive pillars whose return brings composure to the backline. Their presence was a palpable relief. Every measured touch from Maguire, every overlapping run from Shaw, and Yoro's youthful positional awareness reinforced that foundation. The goalkeeping unit looked stronger too. Altay Bayindir and Sen Lamens, both recovered, rejoined the drills, adding confidence between the sticks. In midfield, Mason Mount and Kobbie Mainoo joined in early exercises, though both remain edged by their recent fitness concerns. Amorim led pressing drills, demanding bite from the returning core, even as others stood in for the missing internationals. The group's intensity was a statement. This training pitch may be lighter in numbers, but not in purpose. Of course, the headline was Matthias Cunha. Withdrawn from squad due to a hamstring scare, he isn't at full tilt. But today, he pushed onto the field, beginning with light shuttle runs, loose touches, and progressive finishing work with a touch of sharpness surprising given the concern. His steady adjustments signal hope that his return isn't just weeks away. It could be right in time for the high-stakes run. As drills turned into a small-sided game, the energy shifted. Despite missing several internationals, the returning players combined with academy prospects to fill lines. Passes were crisp, movement synced, and creative patterns surfaced, Rashford and Garnacho darting into channels while the midfield box-to-box engine whirred with renewed vigour. By the final whistle, there was a marked change in the room. This wasn't just recovery, it was resurgence. Even as some players remain absent with their countries, the return of core defenders, goalkeepers, and Cunha's cautious re-entry have left Carrington feeling rearmed. United are far from full strength, but they're forging forward, refocused and ready. So United fans, how excited are you about these returns at Carrington? Maguire, Shaw, Yoro, Lamens, Bayindir, and especially Cunha, edging closer to full fitness. Do you think this group can power United into a strong run when the Premier League return? Drop your takes in the comments below, I'll be reading them all. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe to United Vision. Until next time, glory, glory Man United. Meanwhile, in previous news, Fabrizio Romano has revealed why Ruben Amorim personally wanted Andre Onana out of the picture at Old Trafford, and the reasons make total sense. Before we dig into the full story of why Amorim was bang on with this call, don't forget to smash that subscribe button so you never miss a single update from United Vision. Manchester United's goalkeeper saga has taken another dramatic twist. With Senna Lammens arriving from Royal Antwerp, Andre Onana has been forced out of the Old Trafford picture and is on the verge of a loan move to Trabzonspor. On paper, it looks like a harsh demotion for a player who cost £47 million only 2 summers ago. But the full story shows exactly why Ruben Amorim was right to push for this decision. According to Fabrizio Romano, Amorim had 2 very clear reasons for showing Onana the door. First, he did not want unnecessary pressure placed on Lammens. At 23, the Belgian is expected to step into the number 1 role, but with Onana lurking on the bench, every mistake would have sparked a media circus. The headlines would have written themselves, "When will Onana be recalled? Should Onana get another chance?" Amorim saw that storm coming and decided to take it off the table. Second, Amorim wanted clarity. United were carrying 4 goalkeepers: Lammens, Onana, Altay Bayindir and Tom Heaton. An unhealthy situation for any squad, but particularly one where the spotlight burns brightest. By moving Onana out, Amorim simplifies the hierarchy and sends a message. Lammens is his man, no ifs or buts. It's also worth remembering how Amorim's patience with Onana ran thin over the summer. The Cameroonian returned from the break expecting a pay rise despite United's failure to qualify for the Champions League, a miscalculation that reportedly didn't sit well with management. To make matters worse, he injured his hamstring on the very first day of pre-season training, raising further questions about his focus and preparation. Now, Onana gets a fresh start in Turkey, and United avoid weeks of endless speculation. Amorim has taken control of the narrative, ensuring the focus stays on performances, not distractions. And he's absolutely right. History tells us that being Manchester United's goalkeeper is the most scrutinised job in English football. David De Gea, Peter Schmeichel, Edwin van der Sar. Their names are etched in history, but every mistake they made was magnified tenfold at Old Trafford. Lammens has just 1 season of Belgian top-flight experience under his belt, and Amorim knows the only way to give him a fair chance is to clear away the noise. With no European football and no League Cup rotation, the Belgian will have to grow fast under the spotlight. But if Amorim's bold decision pays off, this could be the beginning of a new era between the sticks at Old Trafford. So, United fans, was Amorim right to cut ties with Onana and clear the path for Senna Lammens? Or do you think Onana deserved another chance to fight for his spot? Drop your take in the comments. I'll be looking out for your thoughts. If you enjoyed this breakdown, hit like, subscribe to United Vision, and turn on that bell for the latest from Old Trafford. Until next time, glory, glory Man United.